And time to go inside the huddle with Mizzou Athletic Director Jim Sterk. In March of 2019, we're careening into spring, but before we get there, there's some madness to talk about for the Mizzou women's basketball team and 4 consecutive NCAA tournament berths. And what does that mean for Coach Pinchin's program? And hey, we get one last ride here with Sophie Cunningham and the seniors.
Yeah, it was really great to see them with the selection show, the faulty selection show that didn't come off as planned as far as the ESPN, but it was a full house nevertheless, even though everyone knew that where we were going and who we were playing. And I think it's really a testament to Robin and her coaches that have really worked hard, and then the community embracing this program and making it stronger every year. And I think young kids are getting excited to play, and that's what you want.
Exactly. I mean, we talked about it in the last broadcast of the year on Senior Day, what Sophie Cunningham and Sierra Porter and others have done to increase the interest in women's basketball in the state of Missouri. It's huge.
Yeah, she obviously personality plus, and someone that just lights up a room, and you want to be around and you want to support. And I think there's a lot of others on the team that'll now, once Sophie leaves next year, that we have a lot of others that are going to rise up and play hard. And I think there's probably only one Sophie Cunningham, but I think there's a lot of others that'll rise up, and the program will continue to rise.
And Robin Pinchin said it best. Iowa City, Friday afternoon. It's an easy drive. I've done it before. It's about 3.5 hours. If you can have the day off, go on up and support the Mizzou women's basketball team in the postseason. No postseason play for Conzo Martin's men's program, but still good signs moving forward. I know the freshmen played well the last month or so of the season. What's critical in the offseason for Conzo and company?
I think, finding the right pieces. I think he's got a great base of talent that's on the team that really you saw the freshmen coming on and playing well. And boy, you just, wish that we would have had Mark Smith and Jonte Porter, and what a difference that would make. But you can't always count on that, and so I think trying to be deeper in his lineup so that he can play a number of players. We competed with everybody in the league, and we had some good wins, and I think they showed as a team showed a lot of progress. But I think he's looking for the right fit. He doesn't just go out and select the most talented player. He wants a player that'll make everyone else better as well.
You heard it all around the league from coaches throughout the season how tough the Missouri basketball team was, and just tough luck with injuries this year. Team that got some good luck and is equally as tough as probably Larissa Anderson's softball team. We were just talking before we rolled cameras about that huge series win over Georgia, and what can you say about the culture she is building in this program and how we're starting to kind of see that on the field?
I think what she's doing is really building confidence in each of the players, and so that they come in, especially the pitchers you've seen that maybe haven't had that much success, but she showed them that she has confidence in them, and really helps develop players and make them better. And I think that's what every player wants to do, wants to come here, be better and compete for championships, and I can see a bright future there, that's for sure.
Certainly saw a glimpse of that this weekend, taking 2 out of 3 from 9th-ranked Georgia. Have you been out to spring football practice at all?
I did. I was out at the spring, or the first scrimmage, so it warmed up enough, so I felt like it was nice enough to be out there. And they've been inside a lot previously, but I think defense is usually ahead of the offense. But I think a lot of players, it'll be fun to see them develop over they get a little bit of a break with spring break, and then they come back, and then by the spring game they'll probably be functioning at a lot higher level than now. But I talked to the coaches afterwards. Coach Dooley felt good about the offense, and Barry, he was grumbling about where he can't be satisfied, and that you don't want that head coach satisfied with where you're at. So he's going to continue to push and make them better. And I think what'll be neat for them is over the summer get that south end zone ready, and they get a move into that before fall ball starts.
What's kind of the expectation after 2 successful seasons, winning seasons, bowl seasons? What's the next step here in 2019?
Well, I think to be at the top end of the league in our division, and I think that's that's definitely doable. And I think as Conzo calls it, last team standing, you know, I think that's where Barry and each of our coaches are shooting for, and I think we have that opportunity. The players know what they have to do. They've added some pieces, and I'm excited to see the fall, because it's going to be a heck of a good one.
So am I. Postseason is here already for some sports. Talked about women's basketball, swimming, and diving and wrestling are now jumping into that. And Brian Smith's wrestling team, I mean, just dominant in the Mid-American Conference. What else can he do with that program at this point?
Yeah, I think, you know, his is to win the ultimate. You know, he wants to win an NCAA title, and I think he's got quite a bit of depth, 9 of the wrestlers in it, so it's going to be a fun few days. They took off this morning and are heading there, and I'm hoping to make it there by Saturday for the semis and the finals, and hopefully we have a lot in those matches.
And it's going to be a lot to follow, so we encourage you to follow Mizzou Wrestling, Mizzou Athletics, and the Mizzou Network on your social media channel of choice, because there's going to be a lot happening in Pittsburgh this week, and we'll have you all sorted out there so you can follow Tiger style at the NCAAs. Swimming and diving, both programs in the top 25. How have you seen support for those programs grow to the point where they're consistently in the national ranks?
Well, I think they have a high level of expectation, you know, as far as the coaches and the student athletes that come here, and they do a great job both on and off the pool, out of the pool, I guess, a court.
The deck.
The deck, yeah. But they're a great group of kids that really are dedicated to their sport, and there's no one that works harder than swimmers. You know, they put in a lot of hours, and I think it's paying off, and it's at the right time with both teams ranked in the top 25.
Speaking of support, you know, we've been on the Show Me 1839 campaign since the first of the year, trying to rise the rankings of total number of donors in the SEC. How's that gone so far? Have we seen growth?
Yeah, it's been really good. We've had over 500 new donors, and at this time it wouldn't even have scratched that level of support. And graphs say 1,000 words, and I've shown the graph a few times where we're 13th, and that doesn't set well with people. And people in Missouri are taking it to heart and either signing up for the Tiger Scholarship Fund or signing up for tickets if they can come to games. So that's the way people can help and help us compete at the highest level, and that's where we want to be.
tsfmizzou.com. We will accept donors at any level if you have the means, and it can be a high-level donor. That certainly helps an awful lot, but every little bit helps. Come on in at any level and grow with us as we continue to chase the other teams in the SEC. Let's wrap up with the latest in Win It Right, Make It Right. I understand that the official appeal is going out in less than a week or so. Give us an update on the NCAA response and what we think is going to happen there.
Sure, we're in the phase where we need to respond by the 24th, so we'll be sending in our appeal, and we really have kind of I know we have it's a great group of legal minds that have experience not just in the legal side but also in the NCAA process, and people that have served on the appeals committee and giving advice, and we've heard we have one of the strongest appeals that or briefs that you can put together and that they've seen, and so I think that's important for us to position it right. And as I said, I want to be you know, respectfully disagree with the committee, and I think we're trying to do it in that way where we show the impact of that decision and how it's different from anything else that's been done before, and how that if it would stay, that would have a tremendous blow, I think, with the membership. And we've heard it from all facets of ADs, compliance folks that really believe that this needs to be overturned, or at least most of it. The good thing, and I think the people, all the Tigers out there, they can feel good that they've got a lot smarter people than me that are working on that really know what's going on with that and how that appeals process works, and we're working within that.
It is a process, hard to predict when the final word will come down, but when we know more, you'll know more, and we'll keep you updated on MUTigers.com and on social media. Jim, all the time we have for this month. We appreciate it as always. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Mizzou Athletic Director Jim Sterk inside the huddle once again on the Mizzou Network.